The morning air smelled of roasted coffee beans and new beginnings. Inside Willow Bean Café, life was just starting to stir. The soft clink of cups, the gentle hum of conversation, and the hiss of milk steaming behind the counter. Among the crowd sat Ethan Miller, a man who looked like he had been carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders for far too long. Every morning, at exactly 7:30, Ethan came to the cafe. Always the same order, a black coffee. No sugar, no cream. Simple, quiet, predictable. But on this particular day, something unpredictable was about to happen. Before continuing, please subscribe to our channel and like this video. It helps us share more stories like this one. Ethan was a creature of habit. Same corner table, same window view. From there, he watched life pass by. People laughing, rushing, living. He used to be one of them, a marketing executive, a husband, a father. But after losing his wife in a car accident 2 years earlier, Ethan's world had dimmed. He still showed up, to work, to life. But his smile had become something he only wore for strangers. That morning, as he reached for his wallet, he noticed the woman at the counter. She was fumbling through her purse, her voice trembling as she said, "I'm sorry. I thought I had my card. Maybe I can cancel the order." The barista smiled kindly, but the line was growing restless. Ethan hesitated, just for a moment. Then something small, but still good, stirred inside him. He stepped forward. "It's okay," he said quietly. "Add her coffee to my bill." The woman looked up, startled. "Oh, no, you don't have to do that." Ethan smiled faintly. "It's just coffee." The barista handed over both drinks. Ethan nodded politely and turned toward his seat, but the woman followed him. "Thank you," she said softly, sitting across from him. "You really didn't have to." "It's fine," Ethan replied. "Happens to all of us." Her name was Anna Carter. She worked 2 part-time jobs, supported a teenage son, and was finishing her nursing degree. That morning, she'd just come from a night shift and had forgotten her wallet at home. "You saved me from one of those days," she said with a shy laugh. "Then I'm glad I did," Ethan replied. They talked for a while, about the weather, the music, little things that made the morning feel lighter. When Anna left, Ethan felt something he hadn't felt in months, a spark of light in a long, dark room. The next day, Ethan returned, same time, same seat. But as he ordered, the barista smiled. "Someone already paid for your drink." "Who?" Ethan asked. She didn't say, just left a note. Sometimes kindness circles back. Ethan couldn't help but smile. It wasn't about the coffee. It was about being seen. Days turned into weeks, and soon, Ethan and Anna began crossing paths more often, sometimes by chance. Sometimes, if they were honest, on purpose. They shared stories between sips of coffee. Ethan learned about Anna's son, Liam, who dreamed of being an artist. Anna learned Ethan had once loved photography. Before he put his camera away after his wife's death, each conversation chipped away at the walls around their hearts. Ethan started smiling again. Anna started sleeping a little easier. Their kindness had begun as a moment, but it was growing into something that would change both their lives. Then one evening, as thunder rolled outside, Ethan saw flashing lights on the road ahead, an ambulance, a police car, and there, by the curb, Anna's car. He rushed through the rain. She was soaked, trembling, but alive. "I didn't know who else to call," she whispered. "You called the right person," he said. He took her home, waited until she calmed down. As he was leaving, she said softly, "You know, that coffee you bought me? I thought it was just kindness. I didn't know it would bring you into my life." Ethan didn't answer, but his heart did. A few days later, Ethan found an envelope on his cafe table. Neat handwriting. For Ethan. Inside was a letter. "Dear Ethan, when you bought me that coffee, you reminded me that good people still exist, that strangers can be angels in plain clothes. That morning, I was at a breaking point, exhausted, scared, losing hope. Your kindness made me stop and breathe. I wanted you to know. I finally got my nursing license. I start next week. You once told me. You stopped taking pictures after your wife passed. Maybe it's time to pick up your camera again, because life's beauty is still out. There, waiting for you to notice it. Thank you. Ethan, you didn't just change my morning. You changed my life. Anna Ethan read the letter again and again. The world outside the cafe looked the same, yet everything had changed. Weeks later, he walked into the hospital carrying a framed photograph, a sunrise breaking through clouds over the city. He handed it to Anna. "Thought you might like this," he said. I finally picked up my camera again. "It's beautiful," Anna whispered. "You helped me see it," Ethan replied. That day, they went back to the cafe together, and this time, it was Anna who paid for the coffee. Months passed. Ethan became part of Anna and Liam's lives, helping with art projects, sharing dinners, rediscovering joy. Then one day, Anna called, her voice trembling. "Ethan, I have to tell you something. That morning, when you bought me coffee, I was ready to give up. I thought I was failing everyone, but you stopped me. You made me believe again." Ethan's eyes filled with tears. "You thought you were saving me," Anna said softly. "But maybe I was meant to save you too." A year later, the cafe hosted Ethan's first photo exhibit in 5 years, pictures of ordinary people in extraordinary moments of kindness. At the center hung one photo, Anna, smiling, holding 2 steaming cups of coffee. The caption read, "The day kindness came full circle." When guests asked why that picture meant so much, Ethan simply said, "Because one small act can rewrite 2 lives. Kindness doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. Through a smile, a coffee, a word that says, 'You matter.'" Ethan thought he was buying a stranger coffee, but what he really bought was hope, and hope, once shared, always finds its way back. If this story touched your heart and reminded you that kindness always finds its way home, please like, share, and subscribe to Kindness Untold Story, because every act of compassion, no matter how small, can ripple through the world in ways we may never imagine, and who knows, your kindness today might just change someone's life tomorrow.